every time they do an interview with me, they kind of, don't you think they kind of belittle me in a way? And that's just the tip of the iceberg. I'm talking about the way they approach it. Well, not that I think they should, establish a new orbit in their entire life. Just. Well, for example, the first time they did me, I was living in my mom's basement, and every 12 seconds, if not more, they'd mention I'm living in my mother's basement.
The work coming out of his Muscatine studio / mother's basement. Perhaps the most challenging part of making artwork like this in his mother's basement. There, he's also right now trying to get his work on the World Wide Web so other people can check it out and see exactly what he's doing in his mother's basement. And in his mother's basement. And in his mother's basement.
Just kept ringing off the chicks, which I had to beat the chicks off, the phone was ringing, so living in his mother's basement. And I'm like, wow, great. Can't ever hear that enough said about yourself. So this time it was
that is kind of ridiculous.
Unintentional,
yeah. I'm
sure, but this time it was oh, can you do some funny things for us? And I go, funny? I'm going to have a Buster Keaton here? He goes, no, well, how'd you get that out of there and out here? How'd you get this? You sculpted it in there and you have it out here. And I go, well, I had to use the tape measure liberally. Well, let's do that. Let's get some shots of you measuring, pretending to measure stuff.
And a tape measurer to ensure the work he makes in here can get out of here.
I've got exactly 23 inches to work with. If it goes 1 inch past that, I've got to use, at that point, that's when the chainsaw will come out. Oh, let's get a shot of you opening the refrigerator and bumping your elbow into the dragon.
A fate that may lie ahead for this house guest who now stands guard in the kitchen.
It makes me look more wretched than even I present naturally to people.
Who was this again?
It was It was a KWQC out of Davenport, the NBC affiliate. They do a weekly segment called Made in the QCA, and at least I'm one of the lucky ones that got to be on there twice. But anyway, enough bitching.